Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Amiesya Binti Aziz. Right now I'm going to present about article critique, which is a key to dealing with setbacks and failures in negotiation. First and foremost, I'm going to explain about the summary of the article. The article explores how individuals and organizations can effectively handle setbacks and failures during negotiation. Quam Christian, drawing insight from Dr. Josa Weiss's book Getting Back to the Table, highlights that failure is inevitable, but the real strength lies in how one responds and learns from it. Christian illustrates this through a story about his son, who handled a mistake without feeling ashamed. He compares this to how adults often link failure with guilt, which limits learning. The article emphasizes separating failure from shame, a mindset that builds resilience and growth. Referencing Harvard Professor Amiesya's research on psychological safety, the author notes that organizations thrive when employees feel safe to make mistakes without fear of blame. Instead of punishment, a learning culture should be encouraged, allowing open reflection and improvement. Ultimately, both Christian and Weiss argue that even professional negotiators experience failure, but success lies in the ability to adapt, recover, and use those experiences to improve future performance. Next is critical analysis, which I strongly agree with Christian's viewpoint that dealing with negotiation failures productively requires removing shame and blame while focusing on learning and responsibility. This idea is consistent with modern leadership and organizational behavior research. Now for the justifications with global and local context. Firstly, global example, which is Google's ongoing psychological safety practice. A 2023 case study by Newman and Donoghue found that psychological safety at Google still remains the strongest driver of innovation and team performance. Employees perform better when they feel comfortable sharing mistakes, reinforcing Christian's argument. Secondly, for a local example, which is AirAsia's post-crisis learning culture. In Malaysia, AirAsia faced major operational and reputational challenges during the pandemic. By 2023, CEO Tony Fernandez promoted an open learning approach to rebuild the company through initiatives like AirAsia Move, formerly Super App. This reflects Christian's belief in learning from setbacks to bounce back stronger. Thirdly, negotiation practice. Dr. Weiss's 2024 book supports the idea that negotiation success depends on learning from failed attempts. Negotiators who analyze what went wrong without assigning shame achieve better long-term relationships and outcomes. Fourthly, empirical research support. First, LEETAL 2023 found that psychological safety positively influences post-failure learnings behaviors in multicultural teams. And secondly, Cheng and Lin 2024 emphasized that leaders who model openness towards mistakes foster stronger team collaboration and negotiation adaptability. And lastly, balanced critique. While reducing shame is crucial, complete no-blame cultures may risk avoiding accountability. Christian's balanced approach removes shame, not responsibility, effectively addresses this concern. Now I'm going to explain about recommendations. Firstly, for the organizations, they can establish a post-failure learning framework where employees analyze setbacks without fear. They also can integrate psychological safety training in leadership, development programs, also recognize employees who demonstrate openness and learning after failure. For individuals or negotiators, they can conduct self-reflection journals after negotiation failures to identify emotional triggers and learning points. They can develop emotional intelligence to handle criticism objectively, and they can also seek constructive feedback and use it for strategy refinement. Lastly, for academia or educators, they can include failure analysis simulations in negotiation or business courses, and also they can encourage case study discussions highlighting recovery after negotiation breakdowns. In conclusion, Quam Christian's article effectively reframes failure as a necessary part of negotiations mastery. By separating shame from failure and emphasizing reflection, organizations and individuals can build stronger learning cultures. Supported by current academic findings, his message aligns with global practices promoting psychological safety, emotional intelligence, and resilience in both negotiation and leadership. Thank you.